In this sort, we're going to be looking at suffixes ty and ity. And what they basically do is you're going to have a base word that is an adjective, and it's going to be changed into a noun. And that noun is going to suggest like a condition or a quality. For example, you have the word active becomes activity. So active is an adjective. Oh, wow, that person is active. And then an activity is a noun. It's like a condition, like, oh, I'm in an activity. It's a thing you do. So an activity. You have safe. That is an adjective. Oh, wow, this place is really safe. And then safety is like a thing you can have. It's kind of a quality. Oh, wow, I have a lot of safety. So that's what those suffixes are going to do to the end. So you'll have two columns for base words, and those will be right next to columns for so like active would go in this one, activity would go here, safe would then go here as a base word, whereas then safety goes in the, no, sorry, I have them backwards. Activity is going to go in the ity column, and safety is going to go in the ty, and there'll be two base word columns next to each one based on the words that go there. So like active will be next to activity, safe will be next to safety. You'll see that at the end of the video when we get to them. I want to kind of talk about some of the words before we get there. Actually, go ahead and sort your words based on their endings, whether it's ity or ty, and then put their base words next to them, and then go down, and once we get to the sort itself, I'll talk from there about the words. So pause the video, sort your words, and then come back and listen to go into what some of the words mean and how to say them. So here you have your column set up, and you have your base word and your ty and your ending, your suffixes, so like active, activity. And just one thing to point out is that a lot of these words have Spanish cognates, so those are words that kind of look the same and mean a similar thing. Some of them are like, and the Spanish cognates have the ending dad, which is more so pronounced like a thad than a dad. So like activity is actividad, and tranquilidad would be tranquility, and humanidad is humanidad. I'm not sure how to say that one. It's spelled Humedad. That, I'm guessing, means humidity. Navidad would be novelty, Novedad. And then seguridad is actually spelled a little bit differently. Guridad, and that goes with safety. I'm thinking this looks like security, seguridad, safety. Similar meanings there. So there's some Spanish words that mean similar. Another thing to focus on is that as you read these from base word to suffix, sometimes the accent change, so the words sound a little bit different, like special, specialty, safe, safety, active, you sound more like the av versus activity. You hear the t-iv a little bit more in the middle there. Festive, festivity, you hear again that T sound. So sometimes the accent and how you pronounce them changes, but ultimately like they mean. An interesting one here is casual, because if you look up the meaning of the word casualty, these words don't match in terms of what the base word means. Casual means like calm, regular, collected, whereas casualty, well, why don't you look that one up? See what the word casualty means and see how that might relate to casual, or maybe it doesn't relate to it at all. So that's kind of an oddball word there that doesn't quite match the meaning thing. But ultimately, we're looking at how you change adjectives into nouns, and it somewhat changes how you pronounce them very subtly between your base word and your ty or ity endings.